This is a podcast, not a news broadcast. We will report situations that are currently out and available for public access. No one on this platform is claiming to be a journalist. We are a group of individuals giving our opinion. Enjoy the show.
All right. You good? You finish your habit?
I'm great. I'm great.
Okay.
One
more line. Do your thing.
All right, we're good.
Disclaimer.
Just PG.
We do not use drugs on this podcast.
Or do we?
We don't. What the hell you trying to get us canceled?
I'm just kidding.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Gucci.
Jesus Christ. Welcome to Homesick Podcast. I'm Miz.
And I'm Liz.
And I want to thank everybody for listening to this little podcast of ours. And I want to give a happy birthday to Mr. Christopher Wallace, a.k.a. Biggie Smalls. Rest in peace. Yeah, you know I had to give it up.
Of course. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine if he was alive today to see what's going on? Oh my gosh.
I don't know where he'd be at.
But happy birthday to him.
I want to give another rest in peace to George Wentz, actor who played Norm on NBC's sitcom Cheers. He passed away in his sleep. I grew up on Cheers, man. Yeah.
He was 76. He wasn't even that old.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't think they have the cause of death yet out there. But yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah.
And condolences to his family. I want to touch on something that happened in New York, of all places. A shocker. A Mexican Navy tall ship on a goodwill tour struck a 142-year-old Brooklyn Bridge on Saturday, snapping its 3 masts and killing 2 crew members, among 19 treated for injuries. While others hung from harnesses awaiting rescue, the bridge suffered no major damage and officials are still investigating the cause. You seen the video on that?
Yeah, it was scary, and they had crew members on every level of the thing. I'm pretty sure some died. I think at least 2 died.
They said 2 people died.
Yeah, but it is a gorgeous ship.
It looked beautiful, but what my thing is, when you seeing something like that, how do you can't? I guess it's like with the Titanic and the iceberg. You can't avoid certain shit. Like you just see it going towards it and just like fuck it.
From what I heard, they apparently the tide in the Hudson was like really strong, and they apparently lost power. But it makes no sense because the lights were still on. So I don't know if it was like partial power or how that worked out. But yeah, it was apparently not able to be controlled. But they're looking into it.
Yeah, that shit was sad. Condolences to the 2 people and their family.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Oh, finally. Good, because I actually did it.
All right. Do y'all think it's weird if you're dating someone and they consistently make their physical type known, but you clearly don't fit the description?
Yes. I feel like if you keep bringing that up there, you're like telling me you want to break up without telling me to break up. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I just seen this posted. I forgot where I seen it. But yeah, it was a question. I was just wondering. It was more for our listeners and people that watch us, because I don't sit there and describe anything. Like, if anything, you're my type, 100% type shit. But nah, it's the truth.
He's
though.
An idiot.
No, but or reality. All right, you're on a dating scene now. You go on a date and homeboy's just talking about, I like blondes. Right. I like chicks with, you know what I mean? And you're like, well, motherfucker, that's not me.
Right.
Same thing with a woman.
Why are we here?
Yeah, exactly. I like a real tall 6'10" motherfucker. And I'm like, I'm 5'11". I don't know what the fuck to tell you. So yeah, that shit right there is fucked up. But I guess dating sites help that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was my question.
Pick your poison.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, that's interesting.
You know what's crazy? We're going to do it right now. I didn't even give the word.
What's the word?
I'm so sorry, people.
Homesick Podcast.
Oh, you did.
I ain't even give nothing. Look at it. I'm all caught up. I'm sorry. Thank you. This is crazy. How I forget this shit? You know what I mean? I don't know who's waiting for it or who looks forward to this, but this is my favorite part. Oh, fuck. Here you go.
This is Homesick Podcast.
Yes, it is.
Damn, I missed it.
Yes, you did.
It's all right. It is.
The fuck?
I'm just a little.
How the hell we do that?
Yeah, I distracted you.
Yeah, you did with your bullshit. See, I'm not focused. God damn it. All right, so we good on that question, right?
Yeah.
It's an asshole trait. Don't fucking do it.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to Talk of the Town.
Talk of the Town.
My favorite.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
can do
do
that.
something. We're gonna incorporate this into the talk of the town. It's gonna be called the Diddy Docket.
Diddy Docket.
Yes.
Docket.
All right, so as we know, Diddy is currently on trial in Manhattan.
let me give you a little love on that.
There we go. Diddy is currently on trial in Manhattan, facing serious charges including sex trafficking, racketeering, and coercion. If convicted on all these charges, he could face a life sentence. He remains in custody at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. So here's some of the most significant revelations from the trial, in my opinion, so far.
Okay.
So Cassie, who is Diddy's ex-girlfriend, testified about enduring over a decade of physical, sexual, and emotional abuse. She described being coerced into drug-fueled sexual encounters referred to as freak-offs, which were allegedly orchestrated and recorded by Diddy. Cassie recounted that Diddy threatened to harm rapper Kid Cudi due to his association with her. Prosecutors allege that Diddy ordered the destruction of Kid Cudi's car by slicing open the convertible top and igniting it with a Molotov cocktail.
Damn.
Yeah. Cassie's mom, Regina Ventura, took the stand. It was very quick because Diddy's side decided to not question her. She testified that she paid Diddy $20,000 after he threatened to release explicit videos of Cassie and harm her and Kid Cudi. Her and her husband took out a home equity loan to make the payment, but 4 or 5 days later, the money was returned to her with no explanation. A 2024 raid on Diddy's Miami mansion revealed ecstasy pills marked with a Tesla logo, a loaded 45 caliber handgun, AR-15 rifle components with defaced serial numbers, and various sex paraphernalia. Authorities found narcotics, including cocaine, ketamine, MDMA, and Xanax in Diddy's hotel room during the investigation, supporting claims of illicit conduct. David James, who is Diddy's former assistant, testified about being instructed to get condoms and drugs, witnessing unsettling incidents involving Cassie, and observing Diddy's manipulative behavior. Forensic psychologist Dawn Hughes testified about the psychological patterns of abuse victims, emphasizing trauma bonds and emotional entrapment, which can prevent victims from leaving abusive relationships. Now, she has been an expert witness on a lot of big cases.
Okay.
So Diddy's attorney did try to challenge her credibility by asking if she ever met with or evaluated any of the victims, to which she said she did not. She said she's not here to offer opinions about an individual. He pressed further, asking if she even knew what Cassie testified to, which she said no. He basically tried saying in all these cases she's testified for, she's given the same testimony regardless of the details. But that's pretty much the point, because she's speaking on what she knows, like what abuse is, what it can do to a person.
She see the signs in Cassie, right?
Well, no, just in general, like every case that she's in on, that's what she's talking about, what she knows, like what abuse is, what it can do to a person. So of course it sounds the same, but it's not case specific. That's why. So I don't know what he was trying to get there. Cassie disclosed that she reached a $10 million settlement with the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles right before this trial started. And that's where the 2016 assault by Diddy occurred that was captured on the security footage. And last, George Kaplan, who was Diddy's former assistant from 2013 to 2015, took the stand today for about 20 minutes. He told the judge he will not be speaking and would be pleading the fifth. So the judge gave him immunity, which I thought was wild. Just because
so he could testify.
Just because they want to get everything out of him. Yeah, so he pretty much testified that his job was everything from packing bags to arranging meals, setting up hotel rooms, and cleaning up the hotel rooms. And as the trust grew, he managed substances. He was asked why not have the hotels clean up the rooms. He said he believed the hotels would leak photos and that part of his job was to protect Diddy's image. He said he would buy MDMA and hand it directly to Diddy. So he will be back on the stand tomorrow morning to testify, as well as Kid Cudi.
Oh, so he definitely know where the body's at. He the scrubber. He went in after everything was done and wiped everything down, make sure everything was spick and span.
He probably has the most dirt on Diddy, which I think is why they probably did the immunity
deal. And the
deal.
prosecution knew that. They definitely knew that. That's why they wanted him to speak.
Yeah.
They pulling rabbits out their head on this
crazy. I really am curious to see the rest of his testimony. I am like, that's probably the one that's got me more like, wow, I can't wait. All right.
But what I was not to cut short, but what I was trying to get at, they brought in a psychologist due to Cassie's testimony or just overall? Like who is she evaluating? Like they just giving up her opinion on why Cassie what Cassie may be going through?
It's pretty much to explain, because I know a lot of people will be like, well, why did she stay for all of them years? Like, it's more...
That's a general question. Why would you stay?
Right, and that's a question with many people. It's not just even being a celebrity. It's just, you see people in relationships all the time. You're like, what the hell took them so long to get out of it? It's pretty much her just explaining the psychological part of it. Not necessarily case specific. Like, it has nothing to do with, she could do this on anything. I forget the other trial she testified. One of the most, Johnny Depp. She testified on Amber Heard's behalf. Like,
okay. Well, you could see she was crazy.
Yes, but she was still saying like the psychological part about it.
Okay.
So yeah, that was it for the Diddy docket.
Diddy docket.
But it is talk of the town, and I do want to give a story still. And this one I thought was pretty crazy.
Oh, let's hear it.
So, have you heard about the Delco pooper?
The what?
Delco pooper.
The Delco pooper.
Yes.
No, I don't think that's crossed my desk. No, I don't know who the hell is Delco pooper. My stories
always get you like, what?
All right, who is the pooper?
So, it's a Pennsylvania woman named Christina Salametto.
PA, you gotta do better.
She allegedly pooped on the hood of another woman's car in a traffic dispute. Of course, it was caught on TikTok. So if you haven't seen it yet, you should look it up. It's pretty crazy.
I didn't know she had a title and shit. No.
Yeah, that's when she was dubbed the Delco pooper.
Fucking crazy.
So she was arrested earlier this month. She appeared in court this week, and the case has gotten even shittier for her. Like what I did there.
Yeah.
Because the judge approved another charge. So she has lewdness added to it, which her current charges are indecent exposure, disorderly conduct, criminal mischief, harassment, and depositing waste on a highway. On top of that, a plea deal has not been offered by prosecutors. So her lawyer, David Clayman, is hopeful the case can be resolved before going to trial. Since going viral for her mess, her lawyer said that she has been bombarded with threats to the point she has hired a private security guard for her court appearance.
So what? People supposed to have sympathy? You took a shit on somebody's car.
I know. And it's not even... How do you... I have so many questions about this. How do you shit on command like that? It was a fucking mess. It was.
I seen the
oh
video.
My God.
They blur out a lot.
It was like a whole nother color. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
She should get that looked at.
No, but the fact that you even thought of some shit like that. Like, granted, I've been in road rage. I'm like, you know what? I cuss the motherfucker. I might get up close and say some shit. But the fact that I'm going to get out now and be like, tell me what's rumbling. You know what?
That's my thing.
We didn't got to go to the bathroom, sweetie. Watch.
As frustrated as I would get being, like, driving, I've never thought about I'm going to shit on somebody's car.
That's the last thing. That just shows you the mindset of that certain people. Like, you know, you would think, like, you say it's crazy. Like, a lot of people think it's crazy, like, where people will exchange words and then it turn into shooting. This mother, I guess this is safer that she just said, I'm going to just take a shit on your car.
It's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy, and it's disgusting.
The mindset and how I would even react to coming out and seeing that on my car.
The woman was in the car.
Oh,
it was road rage. She got out of her car. She was in front of her.
She was like crowning on that because that shit must have been right there when she went up in there.
She ran behind her car, squatted down on this lady's hood, and shit on it, and then got back in her car.
All right.
My thing is, that's disgusting. And then that person's got to clean that shit. Like, that's just literally clean that shit.
I'm not touching that shit.
Well, you probably go to a car wash and hose that shit down, but still
you ain't embarrassing to pull up in the car wash. They be like, what's that? Is that? I ain't bird shit. What's that?
It's disgusting. But yeah, so that's my tug of the town.
Jesus Christ.
You're welcome, guys.
All right.
Speechless, as usual. I did my job.
Disturbing. She lucky she ain't walk out the car and get one of these. Ain't up on her. The fuck you? She crazy. She taking chances with her life.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to entertainment news. I have one thing on the Diddy trial. Kerry Morgan, Cassie's ex-friend, took the stand, I believe it was this Monday, in Diddy's federal sex trafficking trial in NYC. And she told the jury one of the occasions she saw Diddy assault Cassie, it was at Diddy's house in Los Angeles. She said Diddy kicked Cassie when she told one of Diddy's security guards to do something about it. He refused. She says she left the house with Cassie and they hid outside in a neighbor's house. Another time was in Jamaica, 2023. She says she saw Diddy drag Cassie by her hair. She also said she saw Diddy push Cassie to the ground where she hit her head on a brick and Carrie thought Cassie was KO'd from the blow. That's...
Yeah.
Yo, Diddy was fucking bugging the fuck out. Not even
Allegedly.
laughing. Allegedly. But that girl didn't...
No, I know.
All right. So she told the jury Diddy was sober on all occasions due to the defense team trying to blame some of the alleged violence on his drug and alcohol use. Also, in Carrie's testimony, she touches on Diddy assaulting her in 2018 in Cassie's apartment. Diddy had let himself in, approaching Morgan from behind, choking her and throwing a wooden hanger at her head.
Yeah.
Claims Diddy wanted to know who Cassie was cheating on him with. Carrie testified she planned to sue Diddy but did not file because he paid her $30,000 after signing the NDA and cause of the assault. Her and Cassie haven't spoken since.
Cassie paid that $30,000.
Cassie gave her 30 bands.
Cassie paid it, yeah, on his behalf, and then their friendship was done. The girl didn't want to be friends with Cassie no more because of that. Allegedly, it caused a concussion. The wooden hanger. That's crazy.
This shit that he's alleged of doing to her is
Mm-hmm.
How did she deal with all of that shit for so long?
That's where the psychological comes in. It's not nothing she willingly, he messed with her mental.
There's no way he walks away from this shit. That motherfucker, yeah.
It's so fucked up.
Well, as a man, we get in arguments, I get mad and shit like that. But the fact to the point one, I want to just but I guess it's that whole power concept a lot of people was describing. The fact that he felt he was on top, he had all this money, you can't do shit to him. But just to treat another human being like that, the girl was innocent.
Yeah.
Allegedly, he did those things.
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah.
If this doesn't work for him, karma will always finds its way.
That's crazy. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I had on that Diddy trial, and there's more this week. So we see what comes from all of this. More in entertainment news. Chris Brown has reportedly been released on bail after being detained in the Southwark Crown Court in the UK. It's great news because it was previously reported that Chris was to remain in police custody until the next court appearance on June 13th.
Jeez, and he's got a tour.
Hopefully everything gets squared away because he's scheduled to kick off his Breezy Bowl tour on June 8th.
Wow.
In the Netherlands. So that's real close. Hopefully they don't try to pull no bullshit last minute because they wasn't trying to give him. I don't know how he ended up getting bail, but I know they was trying to keep that motherfucker. So yeah, so good luck to Breezy. I hope that whole thing works out. And for those who may be unaware of what he was arrested for, Chris is being accused of smashing music producer Abe over the head with a bottle of Don Julio 1942 tequila at a tape club in London in 2023, leading to his arrest. Abe sued Brown over alleged assault, accusing him of beating him unconscious and causing serious injuries that left him hospitalized.
How did it catch up to him now if it was 2023? Did he know, when he was in the country, or they just hit him with it since they knew he was there?
From what I understand, he was arrested when the situation occurred. But I guess he must have had some type of warrant issued to appear in court after the fact.
Oh, okay.
Is my assumption. That's what I would think of. Because if he was already he must have post bail then and then was able to lead a state or some shit. I don't know. That's me assuming to know what happened with that. But yeah, he does have a court date the 13th. So hopefully he gets permission to able to still pursue and do his tour, because I know a lot of people is looking forward to that. A lot of people we know is looking forward to that. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I have some sad news. You heard about our former president, Joe Biden, how he was diagnosed with advanced stage 4 cancer.
Yeah.
So Biden's rep announced the news on Sunday, indicated that the cancer in Biden's prostate has already spread to other parts of his body. The good news is the cancer appears to be hormone sensitive, which allows for effective management. They're looking at various treatment options. It's reported that Biden is currently resting at his home in Wilmington, Delaware. After the release of the news, the former president has received tons of support from names such as current President Trump, First Lady Melania, Kamala Harris, and Barack Obama, to name a few. Biden posted on X Spaces to thank all his supports by stating, end quote, "Cancer touches us all, like so many of you. Jill and I have learned that we are strongest in the broken places. Thank you for lifting us up with your love and support."
It's very sad, of course.
Yeah, all the whole presidential stuff aside, you don't want to hear no shit like that from anybody.
No, not at all.
So hopefully gets taken care of.
I wonder how long if he knew he had it for longer, because for it to have taken over, I feel like it didn't just, you couldn't, I mean,
who knows what he was doing behind the scenes? Maybe he was going through treatment, maybe certain things. Maybe that explains a lot of the things that was going on when he was president. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that works out, and the Biden family figures out a solution.
I hope so too.
In more news, we have Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna demands Governor Newsom to pardon Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez was recently stabbed 14 times in prison. We talked about it up here. After more evidence was presented by his team this week, it has led to further conversation about his innocence, and in a petition with over 250,000 signatures requesting his pardon. She states his 10-year sentence was based on flawed evidence and political pressure and biasness.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like I've been seeing the whole petition put up. Everybody's been signing. A lot of people saying free Tory and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hopefully something positive comes from that, because that is crazy. If this technically, it's leaning to make it seem to me like there was some holes in the story.
Well, yeah, because his prints weren't on the gun.
Right.
The girl's prints were on the gun. He never admitted to shooting her.
Correct. So I don't know. So hopefully they do
get
him out. Hopefully he gets released. Somebody was telling me he's been already in there. What they said, 5?
I'm not
close to 5 years old, or something close to it. I could be wrong on that. But yeah, hopefully he gets out of there.
I hope so.
That's ridiculous.
Especially if he didn't do it. And then the girl's now her bodyguard, or what was he? He was a bodyguard, or driver, or something.
Oh, the one of the drivers. Yeah, but they said he wasn't even actually there or something.
No, he wasn't there, but he supposedly heard her say it or something like that. I don't know.
Well, after this news release, Megan unloaded on Tory in a social media rant Monday, posting it on TikTok. And quote, "At what point are y'all gonna stop making me have to relive being shot by Tory? At what point are Tory and y'all fans gonna stop lying? Like, how much is the check to keep harassing me? Why is this happening every day? 1 minute y'all said I was never shot. Now y'all letting him play in y'all face again and say I was shot. But it wasn't him. Oh, okay. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this shit. Leave me the fuck alone. He ain't dare get on that stand and deny he shot me, and that was his choice because he knows he did that shit. I don't give a fuck about a blog or a bot. Why in the fuck would me, Megan Thee Stallion, have to lie on the motherfucker about shooting me?" That's what she came back with.
Not much to say back to that.
I mean, she has some passion in her voice right now.
Right, but we don't. No one was there. Like, no, we don't.
Yeah,
really
we going
know.
off what we see and what we're trying to put together ourselves as people on the outside.
But who knows if he hurt her that night? Meaning, like, hurt her feelings or something. And she's got something against him, and now, like, it could be so many different things to this.
Listen,
we don't know really what happened.
It's a lot of rumors that she found us some bad news that night, and it didn't go accordingly, and things went left.
See, so that's what I'm saying. So she could just have a hate or animosity to him, and then just
come on now. What woman sitting around has hate and animosity towards a man? I don't even know where you going. I'm about to stop you there, sweetheart. I don't know where you get that shit from.
Okay.
No such thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
We can't.
All right, now can I continue? Because I can't believe I'm appalled.
Sure.
According to reports, FBI Director Kash Patel and Deputy Director Don Bongino firmly stated on an interview with Jeffrey Epstein died by suicide in 2019, not murdered. Patel's sighting has experience as a public defender and prosecutor said he's familiar with the facility where Epstein died and knows a suicide when you see one. Bongino added that after reviewing the full case file, there's no evidence suggesting otherwise. While they acknowledged the public doubt, both emphasized that the official record points to suicide.
Okay. I don't believe it, but okay.
Yeah.
I like your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, the man's long gone. Like, I don't know, was this for his family or is this for...
Well, no, because the plot was that someone took him out. Like,
I remember hearing that. That it was a hit. Yeah, and they said who it was. They were trying to say our former first lady was behind it or some shit. They were trying to say.
Oh yeah, they were trying to see the Clintons were behind it because they have a lot to hide. Yeah, I don't know. I mean that's great. I like that you shared your opinion, but like I don't agree with it. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
That it was a suicide, but
Yeah, I don't know.
Each his own. You guys can comment. Let us know what you think.
Correct.
You believe them.
All right. This episode was pretty much more, we just want to touch on what's going on with Diddy trial and entertainment stuff. We didn't really come up. This episode has no main topic. It's just trying to get the news out because it's coming every fucking day. So we're trying to keep up with it or just get close to it.
So it's just random shit.
Yeah, this is just us getting out the news pretty much.
Yeah.
And I have some random stuff I want to run off.
Oh, I do too.
Oh, you
just
ladies
one
first.
thing.
Go ahead.
So it's just all right. So obviously Mother's Day just passed. We were talking because every holiday type, those type of holidays, he'll send flowers, and we were just talking about this, and I was like, I really hate flowers, and he got kind of offended by that.
I didn't get kind of offended. I was fucking offended. Them shits wasn't cheap.
I understand, and I guess that's part of the reason why I don't like getting them, because one, they are cheap, and then they die. Like I was saying to him, get me a plant. Like, if you really want to get me something like that, I love plants. Get me that. I appreciate it. It lasts longer. I could look at it in a month from now and be like, oh, I remember when he got that. I like the feeling when you gave it to me and all that. Flowers just die. They're a waste of money to me, and I just don't. They're pretty for the moment, but that's it. I don't know. Does anyone else agree with me? Because I cannot be the only one. I get it.
I'm talking shit. I get it. I understand that you want something that at the end of the day is what you want, is your day. And what you would actually say to you're telling me what you want, and if I go purposely he getting flowers and I act like, oh, you're not being appreciative of it, then I'm an ass. So I understand that part.
Don't get me wrong.
But no, I am getting you wrong. You were an ass for telling me after I done spent the money and them shit showed up, and you be like, oh, I appreciate them, love it, and then but by the way,
hold on,
can you not do that shit next time? So I'm like, I bet. Fuck you then.
From when we pretty much have been together, I was
always buying you flowers. There was a time when you used to get flowers every week.
I know.
No, that's the type of
I know. And I would say to you then, you really don't have to do this. You could just get me a plan if you want to do that. I would yes. So don't make it seem like I'm just now telling you this.
So I have always. I don't listen. Another shit you just running off. You just running off random shit.
Figure. But yeah,
women hold grudges.
Don't get me
listen.
wrong. It's
That's
nice
crazy.
when the delivery person knocks on the door and they have this big thing and you just feel special in the moment. Yeah. I love that feeling. But I can't justify the amount of money you spend on these flowers for them to die in a week.
I'm going to piggyback off that there. You work in the office. You and your coworkers sitting there.
Well,
y'all know it's Valentine's Day. Listen, you know it's Valentine's Day. They all like, yeah, I think my man going to take me out later on tonight. My same dude that's coming to the door is coming up the elevator. Whole bush of fucking roses in his hand. Hands it. Oh, this is for less. You ain't gonna feel warm and tingly like, yup, he got me that. Well, or you gonna be like, I told this motherfucker not to buy me roses. I wanted a plant.
What do you think?
I'm asking you.
No, I want to know how well you know me.
I don't know you.
Wow.
Obviously, because I spent money on flowers, and I was told
19 years.
I was told that it was not good. Nah,
Crazy.
you would feel flattered, you would feel warm, and you'll still take it and smile, and then later on you would tell me the same shit again.
Exactly. But in the moment, I definitely wouldn't. I wouldn't be like, ew, girl, take these.
Yeah, shit on the bitches.
I'm keeping them.
Right.
But your man do. I'm just kidding.
Did your man get you in? Oh,
I'm just kidding. I would never try to make someone feel less.
What time he was bringing your shit?
No. I was just
the work day's almost over. You sure didn't get lost?
Yeah, I'm not that type of person.
You want to check the mail room? Maybe they got your shit down there.
I was just joking. I'm not that type of person. But yeah. So I'm curious to know what everyone thinks.
Yes, please. Let us know at Homesickpd
@gmail.com.
There we go.
Ooh, I remembered.
Let us know.
Any other comments.
Yeah, and on our platforms.
And that's another thing I want to mention.
What's that?
YouTube, we're over 100, and TikTok, we're over 100. I know it might seem small to some, but we started out with 0.
Yeah.
And we're over 100 now, so I am super hyped. So thank you guys.
Keep on subscribing, please.
Thanks for the support, guys.
Okay.
We see all the comments.
Yeah, we do.
And we appreciate
them. We see all of them.
Even the not so nice ones. We still appreciate you.
All right, my random stuff I have here is according to reports, the Trump administration is offering free flights and $1,000 to immigrants in the U.S. illegally who volunteer self-deport. One migrant has already used the program to return to Honduras, officials say.
I did hear about this, and I do think, the alternative is they catch you, and then
At
they
least you're going out on your
they
terms,
hold
and you get a little bread.
Right, they hold you, and then they put you in the country, and whatever, and you can't come back if they do it that way. If they do it this way, where they give you $1,000, they bring you to your country, and then you can apply to be a citizen and still come back. So and on top of it,
that's pretty fair,
right? And then on top of it, you're getting $1,000 to go back to your country with. So that money, is our money like pretty expensive compared to other people?
Yeah, it depends on where they go.
Yeah, so then you're going back with that. So I mean that's pretty positive. Of course, it's not a positive experience having to be deported. I get that,
right?
But it's better than nothing.
Yeah, that's true. Next, I have here Weight Watchers. Now, WW International has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy to manage $1.5 million in debt and adapt to competitions from newer weight loss options like Zempi. Zempi putting Weight Watchers out of fucking business.
Well, unfortunately, who didn't see this coming? No one's going to want to work at all for have to neglect.
I could just jab that shit
and
in
count calories
what
and
is it?
points.
They put it in their belly?
Your belly, your leg. Yeah. But no one's going to want to sit there and count. No, they do points, the point system. Yeah, no one's going to want to do that if it's easy. All right, we're good. Yeah, and I know, and I'm seeing
that's a gun. What are you doing?
All right.
Lose weight.
You're an idiot. Yeah, no one's going to want to do that. It's easy.
Okay.
It's a shame. It's unfortunate because that's just...
Weight Watchers been around for a while.
Yes, but yeah.
Zempi was like,
Unfortunately, that's what happens when they make it easier.
All right, I have more. Simon Cowell went on a podcast and was asked what people say to him on the streets. Simon says that Americans used to ask him all the time to be rude to them. He usually turned them down. However, a couple wanted him to judge while they had sex. The couple offered him $150,000. He politely declined. As all this shit is going on in the world with all these celebrities getting caught up, I'm gonna call bullshit that he ain't take that 150. My opinion.
Well, he probably didn't need the 150. He probably made a.
It's not about the 150. To sit there and watch, a lot of these motherfuckers is sick.
I get it, but I just Simon Cowell just seems like he don't even want to do that. Like he just seems like he's.
So you know Simon?
Well, back in the day.
Okay, my bad.
I have no idea.
I didn't mean to cross.
I'm sorry.
My bad.
When I used to be friends with him, he told me he doesn't.
Got you.
He doesn't.
So my fault. Scratch what I just said.
I'm just kidding. I don't. Simon Cowell has no idea who I am.
All right.
But yeah, that's just crazy.
All right. Since that was touchy-feely, I'm gonna move on. A young woman made a post stating that guys who hang out with their friends 24/7 are weird, claiming if you have a girlfriend, why would you chill with your guys all day? You as a woman, do you believe that? You concur?
I mean, it is weird if you're every day, all day, you're just with your boys, and I'm like begging for time with you. Like that is weird.
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Like, what are you guys circle jerking? Like, why are you
in the early development of it? Why we gotta be doing all of that shit? If we just met,
you know, I go far left every time.
I think it is something. If we just met, yeah, I was already before you hanging out with my guys and stuff like that. So before I'm starting to get to know you and actually want to spend time with you, then yeah, I'm gonna be hanging with the fellas.
Right.
You know, it takes time before we get to that level now where we're constantly can't stop being around each other. We're having a good time. We enjoy each other's company, shit like that. So I don't think nothing. I think there's a point where you should start trying to balance the two. And if you got boys, they should respect that. They should understand that.
Right.
I believe. But I don't get why they're trying to play it like it's a bad thing if you hang out with my homies was there before you.
The way you worded it was like it's all the time.
That's what she's saying.
Right. So in her situation, I get what she's saying.
No, I just think she's trying to nitpick at the friendship of a guy hanging out with his boys instead of hanging out with his girl.
What if it was reversed?
What?
What if the girl was always hanging out with her girls and you're
just
like,
hanging out?
Damn, this like, am I ever gonna see you? Like,
but then even in both cases, you analyze yourself. Damn, maybe I ain't that much fun, or this ain't going anywhere.
So there it is. Maybe that's what she's insinuating.
So maybe her situation is going to shit then.
So that's probably why she's putting the question out there. Like, is this normal?
I guess it is. Because if you ain't shit, then I'd rather hang out with my fellas and then go probably find something else.
While you're with your boys. I mean, what's not to love, you know?
Yeah. You're right.
Oh, God.
Moving on. Dave Portnoy says his ex-wife still has access to his bank account. Fuck that.
No, but you're not really saying the whole story. She was with him before he had money. So she pushed him, like she encouraged him. He did it.
So I could support you, but you ain't gotta have my bank account.
They became millionaires together. Oh. And they did at one point file for divorce, but the state wouldn't let them because they felt she wasn't getting enough money in the divorce settlement that they came up with.
Okay. I feel all that. I can respect that. You my woman. You helped me get to where I'm getting in life, which a lot of women do with men. They support their man. Sometimes they fall back just to support their man. I get that. I love that. I respect that. I don't say you have to do that, but the women that do choose to do that, okay. I don't have to leave my account available to you. I could still support you and be there for you without you dipping in my account.
But look at it this way.
No.
She hasn't emptied his account. She could have. He said it himself. She could have emptied my account at any point. She hasn't because he has that much trust in her. She's not trying to fuck him over. They did this together. They're pretty much best friends. Yes, I don't think it's a bad thing.
I didn't say it was a bad thing. I just think to some that may come off odd.
She has a boyfriend.
Even more reason why your ass can't get into my account.
No. They were on the Shay Shay podcast, whatever his show was called. Club Shay Shay. They were on that, and he even said it. Shannon Sharp, I couldn't think of his name. He asked, "What if she gets married and decides to pay for the wedding out of your account?" He said, "Absolutely, she can pay for it. Whatever she wants, she can pay for it."
I guess when you just sitting on money, you could just be that frivolous.
I really like him. I genuinely am a fan.
Oh, you know him as well. All right.
I wish I did. I wish I definitely was his friend.
All right.
Would have been a real beneficial one.
Oh, look at it. It's what you could gain. All right.
There it is. I would pick his brain. He would be one of the people I'd want to have dinner with. Remember that question?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I should have put him. Should have put him. I'm glad you were here.
Yeah, I was here that day.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, no problem.
It's not
no
just
worries.
Liz. It's Ms. Liz.
No worries. Hey,
all right, you got that one. It could
just be Liz.
You got that
one. If you want, it could just be Liz. I could go behind the scenes. You could do this, man.
I mean, I'll think about it.
All right,
I'll let you know.
Yeah, let your people know. Tell my people we'll do lunch.
Okay. Right. I mean, I'll see if they have time. I know I don't.
All right. I don't know where the fuck we're going with that. I got one more random shit. All
right.
Traders on the platform Poly Market are currently betting on whether or not the escaped New Orleans prisoners will be captured by Friday.
That's just wild. But I was watching the news actually, and they were saying there's currently a $20,000 reward for every inmate they catch. So the chances of people turning them in is probably really high in general, because if I'm going to get $20,000, I mean, pretty good come up.
So you going to snitch?
I mean, I didn't say that.
I'm thinking of them motherfuckers stayed in a group.
I'm taking all your ass.
One
5
shot
remaining.
One shot.
Yeah.
Like, nah, guys, we should stick together. We shouldn't separate. Yeah, do that.
Yep. There's 5 remaining.
I take mine in ones. What?
Oh, so you're snitching?
I'm not snitching. I ain't saying a word. You know what I mean? It's more like
You're gonna do a text? You're gonna do an email? All right.
Anonymous phone call. Just saying, if I was standing in front of a pizzeria right now.
I don't think you can anonymously get that reward. But we'll see.
Yeah, my dumb ass will do it and be like, yo, I'm the one that said where my money at.
Yeah, and then everyone else will say that too when they say it was anonymous.
Yeah, but it's crazy that they actually taking bets on this shit. I don't know how the police feel about that, but yeah. So yeah, that's all I got in random news.
They were really random.
I try to keep
about
it.
Some old friends of mine.
Yep.
Thanks.
If you guys didn't know, Liz is just
everywhere.
She everywhere.
Worldwide.
Yep. So what's supposed to be? Who else is supposed to be interviewed this week through the Diddy tour? Tour. The Diddy. It's like a tour. The Diddy trial. The Diddy tour. Who else was supposed to come on stage?
You are a fool. They're not releasing the entire list because they are afraid of witness.
Being tampered with.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the only one I know for sure is Kid Cudi.
The prosecution guys, they know they're going hard.
Well, I actually heard, because I was wondering, because initially, in the beginning when this trial went on, people were saying after Cassie testified, what do they really have on him as far as all these charges he's
correct
facing? And they were saying that, like, like local police could get you for something one time, pretty much. Like if you just did it in front of them, they can get you for that.
Mhm.
They said the feds don't do that. They will wait for years if they have to.
Yeah, they got to build
just to keep building. So that's why like the person I was watching was saying, don't sleep on this. Like just because maybe her testimony didn't make sense to you as to why he's being charged, keep watching because something's going to make sense and it's going to. You're gonna be like, wow, yep.
Yeah,
I'm just amazed by that. That's crazy.
Yeah, they're not playing. They're ready for this motherfucker. I don't think he's ready for them.
I don't think so either.
I think he got all them lawyers in his head like, yeah, we got this. They don't got, oh shit, I know they knew him. You might want to start paying some people off.
And his kids are there in the courtroom. His daughter's left a couple times during testimony.
Which they should. They shouldn't have to hear that shit.
Mm-hmm.
They still innocent and all this. They ain't got nothing to do with that shit.
Yeah.
They dad is the one that made all the mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So we'll try to keep reporting on this case. We'll try to work it out where we try to do something at the end of the week or something. Try to
Diddy
get something.
docket. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, she wants this name to work. So the Diddy docket.
Right. What was the one I said?
I don't know. Take that.
Oh, take that to court.
Take court. She look at your camera. To court.
Take that to court.
This is Liz with Homesick reporting.
It works.
Yeah.
He said it's not funny because no one laughed.
But you laughed at it. You said it and then bust out and laughed by yourself.
Diddy always says, take that.
He hasn't said that in a while.
He said my white was showing. I don't know what else he sees. I am white. Whatever. I thought it was funny, but... It
was great, sweetheart.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with take that.
Listen, you saying it. I ain't saying it.
All right. Well, it's still not working. All right. It's fine. Whatever.
All right. Ready to close out on this?
Yeah, sure.
You sure? I don't want you to do anything you don't want to do.
I know. All right. It's fine.
Okay. We want to thank everyone for listening and tuning in. Yes. God bless, and we'll talk later.
See you next time.
Peace.
Homesick Podcast.
Oh my God.